Hello and thank you for watching. I'm Jean-Francois Cousin, and together with my colleague Dr. Elena Espinal, we are very grateful that you allow us to introduce our upcoming flagship program, A Journey Through Mastery to Artistry, for you to create far greater value from the way you coach or lead and live. Elena and I are executive coaches. We've had the honor to coach thousands of leaders around the world. And we also have trained thousands of people on 5 continents on leadership. We've trained thousands of coaches as well. Now, what are the objectives of this journey through mastery to artistry so you can create far greater value from the way you coach, you lead, or you live? They are twofold, really. And they are all about empowering you as a coach or as a leader to, one, inspire and succeed globally, and two, co-create exceptional value in an always more complex and faster changing world. Why this journey? Why now? Well, coaching and leadership skills we used so far will not create exceptional value in our fast-changing world. And we know, you know. Now, what needs to happen is for coaches to become able to energize, inspire, and stretch their clients at a much deeper level so that their clients can thrive in a much more complex world and challenging environment and a lot more stress as well. And then for leaders, it's about becoming catalysts of collective intelligence, because no leader is smart enough to figure out alone the best way forward. And that's not enough. Leaders have also to become a source of disruptive innovation and inspiration, powerful enough to energize their people through the stress of continuous change and through the stress of facing far more complex challenges than before, one after the other and after the other, right? There are 3 key success factors for leaders and coaches in this new world. As they become inspirational and global, they need to master the courage to reinvent not only the way they coach or they lead, but also the way they are with others, because the value others gain from you mostly comes from who you are with them once you are competent. Yeah? You've got to become inspiration and not just an inspiring coach or an inspiring leader. Now, second, you have to expand the size of your world so that others are attracted to go in it with you and feel that your world of inspiration, your world of exploration is larger than their own. Otherwise, you will not really be their coach, or you will not really be their leader. And the third key success factor is to elevate your purpose. In other words, to heighten your ambition for the value you co-create with others. And Elena and I like to say, if your dream cannot contain the dreams of others, then they will not go for it with you. Now, this journey is challenging you to a double stretch. First, the stretch of evolving your mastery in coaching or leadership, like actualizing it, identifying the gaps in it, and filling them, and will be there for you, obviously. Now, that will not be enough. And the second stretch is to simultaneously develop your artistry. And by this, we mean free more of your creative potential and nurture a way of being that will deeply inspire and energize others, whatever their diversity, cultural or from their life and experience. And we say that the addition of mastery and artistry will create exceptional value. In other words, it's just good for business. Now, time to bring in the benefits we intend to offer to coaches and leaders on the program. For coaches, it's all about being a global inspiration in their work, right? And we'll go along three axes as we work to make that happen, right? The first one will be for you as a coach to elevate your way of being and your energy so they become sources of inspiration. And when you walk in the room and meet your client, they already feel the space of inspiration that you create, right? To do that is no small feat. You've got to identify your deep-seated insecurities, desires, and fears, and then transform them into catalysts of growth. And then you are freed from the burden they may have been for you. Now, another important thing we want to help you with is to remove any remaining ego pollution so that you can offer complete, pure presence to your clients and unconditional appreciation. And then we want also to help you find your way of seeing beauty in others. And by beauty, we mean their hidden potential. And then help you find your way to partner with them to bring it out to play. And then, of course, we'll work with you so that you can become an inspiration and then far better become the inspiration. First axis. Now, the second axis is to help you gain additional competencies to co-create far greater value with your clients. And certainly we're going to work on polishing your existing competencies, make them even more effective, right? Add new ones where it's needed so that you can coach masterfully even very challenging cases, for example, with super stressed clients. And at the same time, enrich your mastery with the lightness and the power of your artistry. And you may say, I'm not a master coach yet. That's not for me. No, it is really for you. There's no point in waiting to illuminate your coaching practice with artistry until you become a master, actually. And then we want to help you coach at a much deeper level. So your clients can convert their fears, their shame, perhaps repressed desires into sources of inspiration. And of course, we'll have the pleasure to teach you artistic techniques such as simplifying the complex, deepening the contracting you do with your clients, making your brainstorming moments in coaching sessions 10x more effective, more productive, right? And the third axis we'll work with you on is expanding the size of your world so you can coach people globally and at any level in the hierarchy if you are an executive coach, right? So that will help you let go of the conscious and unconscious barriers that may taint your understanding, full understanding of others, right? Will help you discover and appreciate and perhaps adopt at times different ways of being, of reasoning, of relating with others from various cultures and philosophies. And we'll make sure you free yourself from any judgment as a coach. That great work for you will be rewarded with 36 CCEUs from the ICF, of which 25 are in the core competencies category. And finally, of course, you're going to enlarge your network with talented coaches and leaders from all around the world. Now, it's more than time to talk about the benefits for leaders. And the main one is to be a global inspiration, obviously. And I've kept the benefits short in an executive summary format, right? Bullet points. First thing to say, this journey through mastery to artistry will very much feel like an expanded, deep executive coaching engagement, enabling you to elevate your way of being and energy as a leader into sources of inspiration for others. Will also help you master your leadership in a complex and fast-changing world. We'll identify what may be missing there and make sure you take the chance to add those skills that are necessary and put them into practice. We want to do all we can to help you become able to lead globally, and for that we'll help you integrate Eastern and Western wisdom in your reflection. We'll also make sure you enrich further your forward thinking, your strategic thinking with the creativity of your artistry. And as a result, you'll see your executive presence, your poise, your gravitas, your charisma growing. And you'll see that you inspire and enable your people more and more in a natural manner. And you'll enjoy, as you find out, you catalyze a lot more collective intelligence of the disruptive kind. You'll deepen your wisdom, obviously, and you will also enlarge your network as you work with other talented coaches and leaders from all around the world. Now, as you can see, our ambition for you in this program is really high, and you may question fairly, how can we meet those objectives? Well, through a pedagogy that is really designed for it. In fact, first, every 2 weeks on Thursdays, we'll have 2 hours inspirational webinars with all participants at a convenient time for everyone. And those webinars will not be only inspirational, they'll be only very rich in practical tips and good practices that you can put to the test right away in real life. And then there'll be a chance for you to join weekly peer mentoring sessions in small, very diverse groups facilitated by mentors. That's where you will reflect on your progress, overcome your challenges, and accelerate your growth. All of those webinars and peer mentoring sessions will be recorded. So if you miss one or two, you can catch up by listening to their recordings, of course, right? And then we'll also offer guided activities for you to convert your online learning into offline practice right away. And we'll also support you to develop a project of reinvention, which will include designing what we call your value proposition for the world going forward as a coach or as a leader. And finally, you'll have access for 9 months, so longer than the duration of the program, to an exceptional library of inspirational resources with lots of articles, videos, and notes that really are there to enrich your knowledge and your wisdom in coaching and in leadership. Now, we'd love to get in touch with you. Obviously, we would be happy to call you and learn from your aspirations. In our team, we speak English, Spanish, and Chinese. And on this slide, obviously, you can see different ways to reach out to us, adapted to the language you prefer to speak with us. You're most welcome to download the brochure, and you can scan the QR code on the slide to do that. Let me just show you briefly what it looks like. That's it, and it's with more information about what the best be for you, your toolbox, the roadmap with times and dates, and then testimonial. And finally, a bit of an introduction, a longer introduction to Elena and me. Now, we'd love again to get in touch with you, and we also welcome you to reach out through LinkedIn. And with this, I'm going to, on behalf of Elena and I, express again our gratitude for you to discover with us our legacy program, Journey Through Mastery to Artistry, for you to create far greater value from the way you coach, you lead, and you live. And if you have a couple more minutes, then you may enjoy watching a video of Elena and I in action. Thank you very much again, and we wish you all the very best going forward.
Jean-Francois Cousin, partners with companies to unleash more of their greatness. Since 2006, he has inspired hundreds of audiences across Asia and far beyond. He helps leaders bring out their best and improve engagement, collaboration, and agility in organizations. Jean-Francois experiments with his participants, using energizing and fun activities to anchor learning, and concludes with irresistible calls to action. As a result, his audiences will laugh, cry, and play together, adopt more effective mindsets and behaviors, and commit to change their game for greater outcomes. Jean-Francois has worked with over 150 Fortune 1000 companies. As a former senior executive and coach with over 20 years of experience in Asia Pacific, he knows firsthand the daily challenges leaders face in an increasingly volatile, uncertain, and complex business world. He draws from both Asian wisdoms and Western leadership principles to help leaders reach far higher levels of performance and all-around well-being. Here are just a few of Jean-Francois' clients. Jean-Francois addresses themes such as boosting accountability, engagement, and collaboration across your organization, driving your people's motivation through the roof at zero cost, Asian leaders' path towards global leadership, from busyness to greatness, your key choices and steps forward, music and leadership, how to prepare yourself and your people to thrive in crisis time, uplifting your leadership with a coaching mindset so that you and your people fly higher.
Hablar de Elena Espinal es referirse a una de las master coaches más reconocidas del mundo. Ha inspirado a miles de personas en todos los rincones del mundo por su sabiduría, originalidad, innovación y la trascendencia de los temas que aborda. Quien la escucha queda empoderado para convertir sus propios desafíos en posibilidades. Ha acompañado a ejecutivos y líderes de grandes empresas a transformar su percepción acerca del diseño de futuro y de una mejor manera de vivir y conducir a sus equipos, creando personas capaces de mirar la posibilidad, navegar la incertidumbre y adelantarse a su tiempo. Elena Espinal es pionera en la creación de la cultura del coaching ontológico en Argentina y otros países latinoamericanos como México, Colombia, Chile, Uruguay, Panamá, entre muchos otros. Reconocida por la implementación del coaching para procesos de cambio en grandes organizaciones públicas y privadas de talla mundial, donde a través de un modelo de riesgo por elección impulsa el liderazgo, la innovación y la coordinación de acciones. Su mayor talento aparece en la generación de lo nuevo, de aquello que algunos llaman imposible, donde la incertidumbre, la creación de posibilidad y la confianza son los rieles sobre los que un ser humano puede sentirse apoyado. Elena es fundadora y directora de Team Power. Es una reconocida conferencista internacional. Por más de 2 décadas ha trabajado en 4 continentes impulsando procesos de cambio, liderazgo y coaching, motivando con su creatividad, profundidad y humanidad a audiencias de hasta 12.000 personas. Es la fundadora y directora de la primera formación de coaches ciegos del mundo. Por más de 20 años ha sido reconocida internacionalmente por la formación y especialización de coaches en América Latina, Estados Unidos y España.